Hi, Gemini. Hi, buddy. You ready to eat? Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Hi. Say hi, everybody. I am mad. I want food now. There you go. There you go. There we go. I'm hungry. But good morning, everybody. Don't mind me. I've got I guess it's called a sty. It hurts. Let me tell you what. You gotta quit chewing on that, buddy. He's getting to a point now where he's chewing on his bottle nipples. So we've now lost 2 bottle nipples of the 4 to him chewing on them. So I need to order him some more bottle nipples. But I'm exhausted, you guys. I don't know if you guys can tell. But Denali is not sleeping at all. Hi, Grant. Ah, I don't know which one that one is. Is that Felicia? I think that's Felicia, but I think she changed her picture. Leslie, hi. So my eyeball is so I have to be careful not to mess with it. Just doing hot compresses on it and stuff. So you changed your little picture. I used to be able to tell yours because you had the little picture with the like reddish or orangish item in it, but yeah. But yeah, I am exhausted. Rigby sleeps like a champion. He's sleeping 6-hour stretches between every feeding now. It's all right. I'll figure it out. You guys don't worry about when you guys change things. That's your profile, and so if you want a picture that's different, that's yours choice to do. I just have to learn the names. So, but yeah. Hi, Yosef. How are you? Oh, I can see it looking at myself. I'm like, oh my God, I look like a train wreck. Does that say? Floyd, that's a weird thing to say to someone. All I have is a t-shirt on. So I don't know if that would be considered nice clothes. It's just a t-shirt. I'm wearing a Internet Killed the Television t-shirt from CTFXC. I just drank half of that. Holy moly. But Rigby is growing up, you guys. Guess who is finally using a litter box? This little cutie is finally using a litter box. Yeah, I'm definitely so tired. Like, having it to where Danny doesn't sleep at all, but the new baby, the kitty, is sleeping like a champion. Like, he sleeps 6-hour stretches at a time. Your reborn toddler, Cadence. Aww. So, this little dude, oh, good burp. Him's getting so big. I think he's going to be a long hair. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. And the funniest thing is he has a little bent ear. He has a little crookedy ear, which is the cutest thing I have ever seen. I really hope he keeps that little crooked ear because I think it's such a cute little character about him. Like, it's the cutest thing about him. He's ready. He burped. Good burp. You had that good burp? You ready for some more milk? Okay. Yeah. Oh, how neat. Oh no, Grant, that sucks. Yeah, having a migraine that ends up screwing up your sleep schedule. Yeah. No, Danny doesn't sleep. Ever. Yeah, he really is, Leslie. He is such a sweet cutie. Like, he really is. And he is definitely attached to me. We had the lady from Saint here the other day bringing up supplies for him. Bringing him a new litter box, some litter, and bringing him up some canned kitten food so that we can start him on solids next week. And so she was bringing that up, and so I brought him down to see her. Now, People don't realize just how tiny he is until they see him in person. He's very tiny for his age. Like, a lot of people think, oh, he looks great, he's growing. And he is, he's growing great. Yeah. So, yeah, I just started reading Midnight Sun. I'm halfway through the book already. And it came out yesterday. But, hi, bud. You can get my hand? You could get it? You could get it? Get it. Get it. And he's so playful now. Like, he bites on my fingers and pulls on my hands. It's the cutest thing ever. Hi. Get it. Get it. Get it, buddy. Get it. Ooh. Get it. He's like, give me that. Get it. Because he doesn't have any playmates, so you have to remember that I'm pretty much everything for him. I'm his mama, I'm his litter mate, I'm everything with him. So he is so tiny. He's barely got any teeth right now. Like, his little milky teeth are coming in, but he's literally he's such a character. Hi, get it, boy, get it, buddy. But yeah, so she came up and got to hold him. And she was like, he is so little. He's really little. He's got really big paws, big old eyeballs, and huge ears. Like, everything on him is like really exaggerated because he's such a tiny little dude, and it is the cutest thing in the world. And he knows it. He knows he's cute, huh, Rigby? Huh, Rigby? You know you're cute. You know you're cute. Get it. Hi, buddy. He is just, hi. But Saint right now has, I think, a total of 19 kittens that need a home. They're all, the biggest group right now is all about 5 to 6 weeks old, so they still got a couple more weeks before they're adoptable. The other set that we were supposed to be getting this week, we won't be taking in. They all have respiratory infections, and we do not want to risk anything happening to Rigby. So no other fosters at the moment until I guess you'd say a healthy batch comes through, or until a mama who is needing fostering that's going to care for her babies. Because as of right now, we don't want to risk anything happening to Rigby. He's still not out of the woods yet. I know that he's going to be 4 weeks old on Thursday, but because he is so undersized, like, he is extremely tiny for his age. He's roughly the size of a normal, like, 2.5 week old kitten versus a soon to be 4 week old kitten. So he's very small. Hi, Natasha, how are you? So this little guy is just the cutest thing in the world. I'm just the cutest thing in the world. You say, hi everybody, I'm so cute. So this little guy, oh, he's purring like crazy. There goes that purr box. There goes that purr box. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Oh, nice. By the way, that's Danny playing in the background, if you guys are wondering. She squeaks the toy and then whines because it squeaks, and it bothers her because it squeaks, but she loves to make it squeak, so. Here you go. You go potty again? Go again. And it's good to get him going, like, to the bathroom each time he eats. So every time he eats, before he eats and after he eats, I put him in his litter box so that he can go to the bathroom. It's training, you know what I mean? Give me a second. I gotta go grab his heating disc. I'll show you guys about the heating disc here in a second. One moment. All right. So if none of you have ever seen these, they're really awesome. So this is called a Snuggle, it's called Snuggle Safe. It's a heating pad for pets, right? So this is what it is. It tells you right here how long to heat it and what kind of like microwave you have. You should take it and you shake it afterwards. Distribute all that heat nicely. Then it comes with a cool little thing here. You want sunken side facing up so that the pet can lay in it, like so that it's got the little reservoir, so to speak, on there. And then it just velcros to the back. I'm digging for potties. And then you've got it in here. So now when they lay on it, it's safe for them, but it's also got the nice heat coming through. He's going potty. He was going potty. He was doing so good. Yes, he's in a box now because we needed something big enough for him to be safe to move around. Like his kennel piece over there is just, he's too small still, and he fits right through the grates of it. So there you go, buddy. But yeah, so he fits right through it, and so it's not safe. There's too many spots in here that he can get behind or get under or whatnot, that if he got himself stuck and scared, which kittens do when they get scared, is they freeze and stay still. And so you wouldn't be able to get to him if that was the case. And so we don't want him getting loose anywhere just yet. And he's still learning like where his environments and stuff are. Natasha, we don't know yet. I'm really leaning more towards yes at this point. I've been asked by Saint repeatedly. They just asked me yesterday again. Because they have so many kittens right now that need homes, and they're providing everything for Rigby, and so she said we'll continue to provide for him, you know, through till he's 12 weeks old, and then they'll need a decision. But he'll be neutered at 8 weeks old if he's big enough. He needs to reach 2 pounds. Right now he's so tiny, he may have to wait till 10 weeks old. But he has to reach 2 pounds, and then he can go in and get neutered. And then once he's neutered, we can make a decision on whether or not we're keeping him. I'm leaning more towards yes at this point. I'm all he's known. He gets super upset if anybody else picks him up or holds him. He's like with Sarah, he'll play with Sarah and stuff, but if she's holding him right now, he gets really upset. He doesn't want, like, she tries to give him a bottle when I need to get things done. And he'll take the bottle for a couple seconds, but then get upset because it doesn't smell like me. And so he's usually either in my lap or, come here, you got stuff stuck to your bum. There you go. He's either in my lap, in his critter carrier, or whatnot when he's eating. So he's used to my scent, my heartbeat, stuff like that. So, but I'm also like his only... Thank you, Floyd. He is literally the cutest thing ever. Hold on, you guys have to see this. Hi. Hi, Cookie Ear. I love it. Your litter gets everywhere. You throw litter everywhere. Hi, handsome boy. Rigby. Rigby, you gonna get it? Hi. What are you doing, handsome? Like, literally, how is he the cutest thing ever? And that crooked ear. I love that crooked ear, and it is the cutest thing ever. I know. Oh, yeah, get it. And his ears are opening, so if you guys are... Oh! If you guys are wondering why he scratches, it's because he's just starting to get, like, hearing, and his little hairs are growing inside of his ears. And so he's like, what is this? What is this feeling? Hi, buddy. Hi. Wish your big paws. Got the biggest paws. Hi, handsome. So he has, like, huge paws for his body. It's the cutest thing ever. Yeah, he is, like, just too much cuteness. all packed into one. But yeah, his little ears are finally opening, and so he's got like hairs that are in there, and so when his hairs wispy around, he's like, what is that? But it's normal, so it's kind of good too, because it gets him to kind of throw himself off balance and then correct himself so he doesn't fall. And so he still falls down a lot. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hi, beautiful boy. What, buddy? What? What, baby? What, baby? What you doing, lovey? Yeah. So he may eat some more now that he's gone potty. Are you ready to eat a little bit more? You ready for some more grubbies? I love that she makes herself upset over the noise that the ball makes. Is that what you want? Well, come here. Yeah, you just got it all over your face. Sorry if anybody's got a dog nearby and Danny's squeaking the ball. She's got 3 toys in there, and 2 of them are very loud toys. So, but yeah, so I know my biggest thing with Danny right now is that it's super hard to exhaust her for the day. It's over 110 plus degrees here, and she has so much energy. I'm trying everything I can right now to try to actively get her out as much as I possibly can. During the morning, she gets a 2-hour run in the morning, which allows us to get like an hour of sleep with her when we get back. So I usually get back here right about 7:15. Oh, I've done all that. It's not as bad now as it was yesterday and the day before. The day before yesterday, it was so bad. Yesterday, not so much. I mean, it's still very swollen, as you can see, but it's like right here in my tear duct, and oof. This little guy is literally like laying in my hand, chewing on my thumb. What did you do, cutie? What is you, cutie? What you doing, it's a cutie? Eat it. Eat it. Arg. Yeah. Eat it. He's so cute. It's going good, Angel. How are you? You can't do that. You're going to fall off there. You're going to fall off there, crazy boy. You're going to fall off there, crazy boy. Ooh, kitty buddy. Arg. I got to clean your face again. You got yuckies. You got yuckies. Ooh, buddy. Ooh, buddy. He loves his tummy rubbed. He's the weirdest little guy. He loves his tummy rubbed. You got the biggest belly. You got the biggest belly. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Why? Oh, nice. Get some good stuff. Yeah, it's hot here today. It's like, it's supposed to get to like 111, but at least it's not as hot as it's been lately. I know down in town it's a lot hotter than it is up here on the mountain. We get a good temperature drop up here. Even though it's been in the 120s up here, it's been like 127, 128 down in town. So yeah. Bacon flavored Spam. Ew. As long as you fry the heck out of it before actually eating it, you're good. What baby? What baby? It's like, I just want to play. He's so playful. Yeah, definitely fry the crap out of it, because Spam is good when it's fried, like when you've pan fried it and stuff. But it is, don't ever eat Spam raw. One, it is extremely salty. Yeah, it's hot here. But if you fry it, you get rid of a lot of that saltiness of it. I don't know what it is about when you fry it, but a lot of that salty, overwhelming salt flavor goes away. Hi. What are you doing, you silly goose? Look at this guy. What are you doing, you silly goose? Oh. Hi, buddy. Oh, kitty, kitty, kitty. He's like, I just want to play. I just want to play. I'm doing good, Chelsea. How are you? Hi, buddy. Aww. Why you squeak it if it makes your ears hurt? Hi, buddy. I'm burping him, by the way, if anybody's wondering. Yes, kittens who are bottle fed have to be burped. Unlike a kitten that's fed off mama, they don't get air in their milk. But when they're doing this, when they bottle feed, they definitely get air. That's a good burp. There's a good one. There's a good one. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure at this point, ew. Oh, goodness. There's a good one. You burped again. Hi, buddy. But he's definitely, I'm pretty sure at this point, going to end up being a long hair. He's got a lot of, like, really long hair coming in. And so, but he's got such a huge tummy right now. You guys, I'm not even kidding. Come here. You want to show everybody your tum-tum? Look at this tummy. I think somebody's got a nice full belly. You ready to go play in your box for a little bit? Here you go. Denali. Absolutely not, ma'am. She keeps trying to chew on the air conditioning cord, even though, thank goodness, I put a thing on top of her kennel that crisscrosses, so she can't pull anything through because she has a bad habit of pulling anything through her kennel. I usually put black pepper and Tabasco sauce on my... Ooh, Spam and eggs, though, is really good together, so I'll give you that. And, by the way, if you want to try something really good, dice up your Spam really small, like into little cubes, and make yourself an omelet with it. Using, like, I use pepper jack cheese instead of cheddar. Pepper jack cheese, just your regular Spam is what I end up using. And then picante, thick and chunky salsa, medium, so the yellow lid. It's really good. What are you whining about over there? Godric, quit it. Godric hears the toy squeaking, is what he hears. However, he doesn't play with the toys, so I don't know. Yeah, pepper jack is literally like my favorite cheese. It's like pepper jack and then Munster underneath that. And then under that would be like goat's cheese, not feta. Feta is like crumbly, but goat's cheese, like a really soft goat's cheese. Oh my gosh, so good. Most people don't like goat's cheese. They think it has a bitter taste, but I love goat's cheese. Oh yeah, spicy food is like the key. Also, I found something that's really good. I made it the other day. I got some jars of Nando's peri-peri sauce, and I got the garlic peri-peri, which is like really good, and it's spicy, so it's like a very spicy sauce because Nando's serves like spicy food. And I took that and I like smothered the top of my salmon with it. I cooked salmon. Will eating salt dry up? What do you mean by that? Like, will it make you dry up or whatnot? I think if you eat too much salt, you can actually mess up your like blood pressure. So you have to be really careful. Salt raises your blood pressure. So that's something you have to be careful for. And then, I don't think it would dry you up, but like drinking salt water can dehydrate you, so don't drink salt water. But eating salt isn't going to dry you up, but it is going to raise your blood pressure, and it can be super dangerous. So don't do that. Like, you can have salt, but he's getting sleepy. But yeah, so... Oh, Tabasco is so good. Tabasco on any kind of egg is really good. Hold on a second. Let me go find out what Godric is like wigging out on. What are you whining about? What's the matter? You don't need to whine. She's in her bed. Relax. But anyway, guys, I didn't show you. I did a bunch of work in here yesterday, so let me show you. I still have to finish like my desk area because I'm gonna change some stuff around over there. But yesterday I got all this done. So our kitchen, everything's done. So we have the little curtain thing here. Right here's got kind of a few extra ends and odds that we kind of go through, like when we need something. So then we've got our kitchen shelves, so to speak, and then the kitchen area. So now we actually, and here's why I did it. I moved it because, ooh, red hot, yeah, red hot hot sauce. I moved this because over here there's an outlet that this swamp cooler, the swamp cooler is broken, by the way, it doesn't work. The swamp cooler goes to, right? There's an outlet over here. And we found out that that outlet and the one in the bathroom right here on this wall are on a completely separate breaker than the rest of this wall over here. So this whole wall on this side is where we get our electricity. That side doesn't have electricity, but this wall has all the electricity. But every time we would use anything, it would blow the whole wall, except for this unit. Like we had the other AC unit over here, and it did not blow this. This one would still be running when the whole rest of the house went out. So I realized this is on a different breaker. So now the kitchen is plugged into this breaker over here. So we don't have to, like, we're able to use everything here. No longer have to worry about blowing the breaker. And then we have the new water cooler. This is not ours. This is, like, I'm using this from my pops. And it has been a heaven sent because, yeah, now you can really see my sty. Usually we have to go out in the 100+ degree heat to go down to the refrigerator because, you know, we don't have a refrigerator up here. One, it pulls too much power, and so the breakers wouldn't be able to handle it. Two, the refrigerators put off a lot of heat, and we're using a smaller AC unit, so to keep this place nice and cool, we can't add any extra heat to the house. So he brought us this so that now we always have cold water up here, which is amazing, and it does boiling water. And when I say boiling water, it's boiling water. Like, it is hot. Like, I cooked oatmeal and stuff with it this morning without even having to heat up the water. But the good part is it does have a safety latch on it, so you can't just come up here and push this. It just doesn't push. You have to actually push this back and then down for it to work. So that way you don't have little ones, if you ever have little ones around, burning their fingers. I got to go take these pieces downstairs. That's my son's guitar. His other things are here. The dog door, because we don't use the dog door in here, which is what that cutout was for. But we don't use it in here anymore because the dogs keep jumping off the roof of the house. Not even the roof of the house, but the roof of the patio, which is the top upper deck. The kids are great. Sarah's actually sleeping right now. She's on more of a night shift schedule because that's kind of what her job was doing prior to everything that happened this past week. And so she's still on that like night shift schedule. So that's what happens when you work late nights. So she is like, she's still trying to correct her sleep schedule, but so she can start, you know, maybe looking at something during the day, but she prefers working nights. She's like her mom in that sense. I am so much better when I work, when I work nights. Always have. I've always been someone who preferred night shift over day shift. But either way, so she's sleeping right now. Taylor's doing great. He's up in Georgia, as I've told you guys. My hair is a hot mess. Look at this mess. It's like, it doesn't matter what I do right now. My hair just looks a hot mess. I mean, hey, quarantine hair, everybody. It's great. I really do need like a proper haircut. Like I need to go in and get it properly cut. Because I haven't had my hair cut in a salon. Oh boy, I'd have to look back at the vlogs, because I think the last time I went and got my hair cut was 2016. I think it's been like 4 years since I've been in a salon. I've always just, the last few years, all I've done is just used scissors here and just trimmed a little bit. But yeah. Oh yeah, definitely, Dustin. Like, I already believe that wholeheartedly. But yeah, she wants to get her sleep schedule a little bit more fixed, because right now she sleeps pretty much during the day, and then she's up all night, but it's also really hard because she's up all night, which keeps me awake, which also, like, Danny isn't sleeping. So the good part is Sarah has been able to, like, really keep an eye on Danny at night, but Danny just doesn't sleep. Like right now she's conking out because it's super hot out, and before I started this live stream I took them outside and I had them, like, it's hot, okay, it's like 109 or something like that, 110. I'll tell you guys. And I just ran her ragged out there because I knew it was hot out and it would exhaust her. It's 104 out right now, so I knew that it would exhaust her, and so I took her out there and just ran her ragged in the heat. I'm not a big fan of doing that too often because it takes her a while to cool back down, but I noticed too that getting her run crazy and then putting her inside and making her lay down, she'll, oh, I know, and Natasha, so yeah, you just use a regular green tea bag, or you can even use just regular black tea. But yeah, I've gotten it pretty much down at this point. It's coming down pretty good. But she's finally resting, which won't last long. Like, I want people to understand, like, when I say, oh, she's sleeping, it's probably for like the next 10 or 20 minutes, and then that's gonna be it. And she'll be back raring to go for the next few hours. Now, when it's cooler out, it'll be easier to exhaust her. Yeah, she's sleeping right now. But right now with the high heat, it's really hard to give activities for her because it's not big enough inside the house to do, like, and you don't want to teach your dog to be running and being crazy inside the house. Also, when I let her out of the kennel inside the house, she just barks and barks and barks and wants outside, which we can't do when it's this hot out. Also because she jumps off the deck, so it doesn't help us any. And no matter what I've done to block off the stairs to keep them downstairs, she has figured out a way around it every single time. She can scale a fence, so that's a big problem. And we have 6-foot fencing out in the yard, and she's figured out how to scale the 6-foot fencing. So she's the kind of dog you can't contain in a yard. The other dogs are fine. Winnie Bear digs, and so we have to watch Winnie Bear. Sarah only lets Winnie Bear out when she's with her. Or if I go out there, Winnie Bear will come with me. But unless one of us is with her, we cannot leave Winnie Bear on her own. She digs. Danny scales the fence. I don't have to worry about Tonks and Godric. Now, Tonks twice did break the netting to the patio and got into the patio, got himself stuck in there, not because he realized once he was in there, there was no way out. And then it upset him because he couldn't get back out the way he came in, because when he broke the netting piece, once he got in there, the other piece fell over it and he couldn't figure out how to get back through. And so he got himself stuck in the patio and cried because he couldn't figure out how to get out of there, but he also couldn't get to water or to the swimming pool to cool off. So he was like stuck in the hot patio with no access to anything. And so it upset him. So once he figured out that he got stuck in there and he didn't like that, he hasn't tried to do it again. Godric just has been super good. Like, he hasn't tried to get out of the yard. He hasn't tried to get into anything. He doesn't even bark at anything anymore. So unless he's up here and I'm outside with him and he sees someone pull up, we don't have any issues with him. So he's getting better and better as he's getting older, which is great. It's really great. But Denali, we got to get Denali past this puppy stage. Get her past the puppy stage, and hope, cross our fingers, because I'm working with her a lot. I'm doing a lot of training with her. But working with her hopefully will deter her from a lot of the crazy, insane barking, the escaping the yard, because she is really bad at it. Sorry, I keep checking on Rigby. I know, I see you. What you doing? What are you doing? You want to go in your carrier? Oh, you want to go in your carrier? He loves being in this. So I just messed my hair up all up in my face. Hold on. Hold on, he saw me get it. Now he's at the edge of the box. You ready? Come here, beautiful. Come here, handsome. Let's get your butt wiped off. Come here. You got stuff all over your booty. Okay. You ready? There you go. Hold on. He got his nail stuck. There you go, love. Okay, hold on. I got you. He loves this thing. Like, he loves this thing. There you go. What handsome. I think he wants his bottle back. Are you all done pottying? Did you finally get all your potties out? Oh, it's right there. Like, seriously, how is that not the cutest thing you have ever seen? Look at the size of those paws. They're as big as his head. Guys. There's a helicopter right over the house. He's sleepy again, so he wants to be nice and close. That's a good boy. Yeah. Well, he ate his pretty much his whole bottle. There you go, buddy. Go, buddy. Yeah, he's tired. Yeah, so I've got a few things I need to change up. We got things filed. We got paperwork filed. We got a few extra things turned in. But as of right now, Tonks, get out of that. You know better. What are you doing, old man? As of right now, because everything's like closed and whatnot, and so we're just going to be waiting for some answers. We filed some paperwork in a couple different places. We found out some information for Sarah that we weren't aware of. I'd already filed previously for her, like we'd already gone in and done some filing, and they said, oh well, she's because she's on medication for it and it can control it, whatnot, but she's not on any meds anymore, and like the doctor says that it's just part of who she is. We've tried all the different ones that you can try on the market. The best thing that we've noticed that helps her really well and seems to make things a lot more mellow is CBD. So she has been doing CBD oil. I think we'd already talked about that in a way previous vlog. Oh my God, this face. He's got his little face just sitting right here. He's like falling asleep. But yeah, so we found out there's some stuff we can file for her to help her out. That's something we did talk about, yeah. So we'd already filed for that previously and they denied her. But now we've refiled again with all her new paperwork. And so now it's just a matter of waiting for them to open an appointment for her to go in so we can get that taken care of. But yeah, even her dad said, which is Jay, they call him Dad. Her dad said, you really need to file again because she's been in the working field and twice now has run into the same issue with employment. And it's going to always be, she's always going to have limitations. And so that interfere with the ability to keep a full-time position. And so because of that, she should qualify. And the biggest one too is when you are an adult, but you still require having somebody to live with you because of a medical condition, then that right there is one of the qualifying factors. Oh yeah, she's had several since we've moved here. Yeah. She had several of them at work, which is something we talked about the other day. If you missed that live, you can go back and watch the VOD of it. We discussed what happened and why. We're pretty sure why. She had a seizure at work 2 days in a row, and they went from working her. She was getting like 30 plus hours a week, almost 40 hours a week, and then they dropped her to 1 day a week for 4 hours a day. So she was only getting an 8-hour total check. That was it. Her whole check was only 8 hours. And they did that the last few weeks. And she called to request being transferred to the other store. Myselfer, but I don't know if I do, I won't qualify because my dad makes. I'm going to move in with. Unless you file separate household. So Joseph, depending on your age, which I'm pretty sure you're on the older side, if you live with your dad, you can file separate household. Hi, what you doing? I'm gonna peek out and say hi to everybody. Yeah? Hi. Hi. What you doing, Hansel? Aww. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you can file separate household, so that they don't count his income towards you. And if you guys write up something that shows like what your portion of things are, it'll work out that way. Like I know once Taylor turned 19, it was when he was 19, he was gonna file separate household when he was receiving benefits when he was getting ready to move out on his own. So that helped him out. It didn't last long because of course then he ended up making too much money. But he was able to do that. And it was super helpful for him. This little one, he's so tired. All right, bud. Yeah, peekaboo. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what that noise is. That's clearly not my dog squawking. I keep thinking it's Godric because he whines whenever he's put in his bed. But, okay, it's Godric. It's definitely Godric. Godric, stop. Lay down and go night-night for a little bit. Hi. Hi, buddy. Hi. What you doing, silly? What you doing, silly? Yeah? What you doing? Oh, it's got your tummy? Oh, it's got your tummy? Yeah? What you doing, little boy? What you doing, little boy? Yeah? He likes when I'm walking around. I'm not walking around right now, so he's like, what are you doing? Yeah? There you go. What, baby? Hi. Hi, you want to say hi to everybody? Is that what you're doing? Yeah. It has gotten to, I think the one summer, which would have been, I'm almost certain it was in 2017, we hit a high of 138. So yeah, not good. I mean, I can work. It's just that the job. Oh, where are you going? I was working me 7 days a week. Oh yeah, and if you have other underlining like high risk medical conditions, they really shouldn't be working you anyway. Especially if you're immunocompromised. Okay, I got you. I got you. It's like, it's not moving. Why are you not walking with me? I know, lovey. I know. You ready to go lay back down? And try and lay back down in your kitty cat? So, I can't give him any more milk. Like, if I did what he wanted right now, which was he wants more milk, he'd be overfed and then we'd have a problem. So we can't overfeed. So I measure his food out exactly to how much he's should be eating at his size, and then that's it, and then he has to lay down and sleep. So as he grows, his formula intake can go up, but his size determines like how many mLs he can have in a feeding. But he also sleeps 6-hour stretches in between, or I should say he will play for a little bit and then he'll go to sleep for a while. So what I'm going to do is cover him so that he can get some sleep. There we go. Now he can actually rest. I probably should put that there. Hold on a moment. There we go. But yeah, so he likes it nice and dark when he goes to sleep, which I completely understand. He likes a little den feeling, which is good. That's the norm. But yeah, he's growing like crazy. He's doing really good, you guys. I keep getting asked about him. And my decision is going to come down to me, and that's strictly it. Yeah, Sarah's already worked 2 jobs with epilepsy, and yes, you can work with it. It's going to be up to the job, however, to make accommodations. There's an Americans Against Disabilities Act that they can't not hire you and they can't fire you for being disabled, for having a disability. So Sarah having epilepsy is a form of a disability, but they can't not keep her because of it. And if they hire you because of it, then they are required to also make accommodations for it. Both jobs that she's had, the first one hired her knowing she had it. They set up an accommodation, but then nobody followed through with it. And it put Sarah at high risk. So she left the job, which I don't blame her. She got the other job at the other place, and they knew she had epilepsy, and she did great. Like she let them know, my highest risk time is right around my menstrual. And so whatnot, they were well aware of that. She worked and worked and worked, and then she ended up, her period came around. And so, of course, when that happens, she ended up having a seizure at work. She got through it. She got right back up. Took her like 10 minutes. She was back up. She was back at her register. She was working. She finished out her shift. Then the next day, same thing happened. The second day, she had what they call a cluster. So she had 3 seizures back to back, where she would come out of one, start to recover, and then have another one. And so she did that, and that took about 20 or so before she was back on her feet. She finished out her shift. The lady who was working there the day she had the cluster was like, well, I'm not going to work with her. But if I work with her, I'm just going to call the paramedics and let her stay right there on the floor, which is against policy. If your coworker who you are paired with, under their setup has a medical issue, you are to stop what's happening with the customers, help your coworker. And the things are all written down that you call for rescue if she hits a certain point where she's not recovering. But she said she refuses to do that and whatnot. And the boss decided, okay, well, this lady I've had working with me for whatever amount of time, so I'm going to keep her on her schedule, which is 6 days a week, and going to take Sarah from her 5 days a week and drop her to 1 day a week, 4 hours. And that was it. Like, he just took all her hours away. Like, she had a full schedule, and then he just yanked it all away from her. And she told him, hey, how am I supposed to pay my phone bill? How am I supposed to pay my, for my groceries and stuff if you do that? Like, what are you doing? Yeah. I hear you there. I'm surprised though that you haven't qualified. And I know that you're on the older side, so I think that you should be able to file something. No, nobody's medically trained, Dustin. Like she works in retail. So no, there's no medically trained employees. What it is you're told the basics of a seizure, right? Epilepsy, there's so much that people just, it's surprising that there's so many people with epilepsy and not enough people have information about it. Someone who's epileptic does not need to be picked up by the paramedics every time they have a seizure because it's part of who they are. The only time they need medical rescue is if the seizure lasts past 5 minutes, like actively seizing. If they're not actively seizing after 5 minutes, like Sarah's seizures last very short. So the only time she's ever had a seizure where she went static was for 14 minutes, and that was terrifying. She also needed to be intubated because she stopped breathing. She couldn't breathe because her throat muscles had closed up. Now, if somebody gets to that state during a seizure, then yes, you call the paramedics. But if they're having a seizure, they're breathing, they're not turning blue on you, let them get through the seizure. Normally the whole episode between the time she's actively convulsing to the time that she, goes what we call post-ectal, which is that quiet state between it while the brain reconnects everything, lasts about 5 minutes. Less than that, actually. Most times it lasts about 3. And then for her to get kind of her energy back, because it whops your energy. I mean, like, can you imagine going to the gym and working every single muscle at the exact same time and having every single one of them contract at the exact same time for a matter of minutes? It tears your body down, like it exhausts you. Usually she needs something with some form of like salt or whatnot in it to recover. Yeah, once she's through it, give her some time to get through it, and she's good to go. People just brush off epilepsy, and the kind that pisses me off, to be honest, because yeah, exactly. And I don't think it's necessarily they brush it off. I think what it is that they automatically assume because someone's epileptic, they got to go to the hospital. And it's like, no, they don't. And every time you do that to someone with epilepsy, especially someone who's able to recover from it and kind of get back to their tasks, like Sarah always says, don't treat me like a freaking baby, for 1. Don't hoverboard me, for 2. Like, let me get through it, check that I'm okay, and then like keep everybody else away from me. And because the worst thing for someone who's coming out of a seizure is having any kind of strangers in their face being like, are you okay? Are you okay? Because then their poor little brains, which have just went into a complete disconnect, are trying to make connections again. And you leave them sitting there confused as to what the hell just happened. And it feels unnerving to have people you don't know staring at you and hovering over you. Usually people with epilepsy usually have people with them, people they know. Those should be the only people interacting with them during the recovery portion of a seizure. No, puking during a seizure is your body doing what it wants because of the disconnect, because of the misfirings in the brain. Vomiting afterwards is a sign that you're not fully recovered. That usually puking happens post-ectal, not once they're recovered and back on their feet. So puking is usually a sign that the seizure caused nausea and whatnot, so it kind of offset the whole body. Throwing up in anything, whether it be through a seizure or through illness, is always a bad sign. Like that usually means that something's wrong. Customer who basically had a seizure while lying. I was the only one that basically stood there with her even after the episode. Yeah. And it's better too when somebody that knows you or is with you during the recovery state of a seizure versus a complete stranger. And then of course, if somebody's just having their basic part of their life, I should say, because seizures are so different for each person. But for someone like Sarah, having a seizure is part of her life, right? Coming out of it and being in a paramedics again for no reason, like knowing that in a few minutes she's going to be just fine to get back on her feet and get going, and having somebody call the paramedics on you, and the paramedics are going to transport. Let me just tell you this much. The paramedics are going to transport because it's money. So if they make the call to come out to you to rescue, they are going to transport. Even if you don't need it, they're going to transport. They're going to deem it that you were incoherent and unable to make a decision. They're going to transport you. So every time they've done that, we have spent 6+ hours at the hospital. Never any less than unless this last time when Sarah had a seizure and they called the paramedics on her. Paramedics took her to the hospital. They were wheeling her in, and she looked straight at the nurse and she goes, "I'm refusing treatment. I want you to sign the papers and let me go." And she was like, "Well, you do that, you know that your insurance isn't going to..." I don't care. At this point, I don't care. We have enough bills racked up from it. I don't care. They should not have transported me. I did not need transport. I told them I didn't need transport. I was aware enough to tell them that I was fine. Give me a few minutes and I can get back to work. She did not want to be transported. They did not listen to her. So by the time she got to the hospital, by the time I arrived, after she called me, she was already discharged. So that right there is already another mess, because if the paramedics choose to transport you because somebody called the paramedics when they didn't need to be called, you get an ambulance bill for that because you refused treatment. So your insurance no longer covers it because you refused treatment. So there's something that most people don't know. So if my daughter tells you she's fine, she doesn't need a paramedic, then no, she has never puked after a seizure. So no. But if my daughter tells you she's fine and give her a few minutes, give her a few minutes. You don't need to call the paramedics on her. Now, if she's still seizing actively after, 5 minutes and you realize that she's still seizing and she's not coming out of it, then yeah, you call somebody for rescue. But you don't have to jump to that every single time. Let me check this. Oh, I don't know why I do that every time. Oh, somebody lost their elderly dog. That's so sad. But yeah, so other than that, guys, this little guy is growing like crazy. He's crashed out. You can't wait for Friday? What you got going on Friday, Sammy? Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, Joseph, yes. Could you just treat people like people and not like a condition? Oh, your birthday. Awesome. Oh my goodness, how cute is that? Yeah. That stuff that happened in Lebanon. So terrifying. Yeah, I definitely need to go get my hair did. But I'm not sure yet, Joseph. I'm thinking probably spaghetti, because I have sauce that I made. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to make spaghetti. Just because it sounds really good. Pasta. But yeah, I think that's probably what it's going to end up being. I thought about making a, what's it called? A goulash. I haven't had goulash in forever. I don't know, Sammy. You've told me your age before. I'm going to say you're going to be like 25, 20, like 25, 24, 25. I think that you told me you were in your 20s before. So I don't remember. I got a lot of you on here, so I try to remember everybody. Ow, excuse me. But yeah. So I think, like, I haven't made a goulash in like forever. Oh, we had Alfredo last night, which was really good. We actually did a sausage Alfredo, and it was so good. Ooh, hot dogs and French fries. I don't eat French fries. Not really. Like, every now and again I'll have French fries, but they're not like, when I go to like McDonald's or whatever, I'm not a big fan. I'll usually give my French fries to Sarah. Ooh, rice with tomato sauce and ground beef. Not bad. But yeah, I usually take and do, like for me, if I do goulash, I do like the egg noodles with corn. I'll do ground turkey because I don't do ground beef, as you guys know. I'll do corn, and then I'll do stewed tomatoes, diced tomatoes, and then a jar of like a marinara versus like spaghetti sauce, because I'll do spaghetti sauce with it. And then I just mix that together, and bam, you got a goulash. Goulash is so good. You can make goulash a number of ways. Like, people make it in all kinds of ways. It's kind of like a concoction of things that you just pull from your cupboards. Also, never had it before until now. I'm glad I tried it. It's good. Yeah, it's really good. If you're gonna do what you're talking about, add some corn to it. Believe me, it tastes it. Sweet corn makes it just over the top. Just get sick, so I'm. Oh, okay, there you go. Cheesy enchilada hamburger helper. Ooh, nice. Having that for lunch. Hi, Shania. Sam, hi, how are you? Doing good, how are you guys? No, we made angel hair pasta last night with Alfredo sauce and sausage, like what do you call it? A Polish sausage. Sliced that up in there. Like, we sliced that up and like I pan seared it, and then threw the sauce in there with it, and then made the pasta, and then we just tossed it all together. It was so good. It was so good. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Sam. Ooh, you season it with taco seasoning. Yeah, definitely add some corn then, because that'll really kick it over. Like, add some corn to that. Yeah, you'll love that. I really, like, I am craving, I'm not even kidding you guys, I am craving chicken cheese enchiladas with the green verde sauce. Yeah, I would too, Sam. I would totally be eating in my room at that point. Yeah, always, yeah, sweet corn would be a good one. You're having chicken wings or chicken wraps? Chicken wraps. Yeah, no problem. I have been craving it for weeks now, and I just don't have the stuff to make it. I had roast chicken. Ooh, yeah. So I really, really, really want chicken cheese enchiladas with the green verde sauce with some sour cream on top. Hot dogs and curly fries. Oh, curly fries I will do. Like, if I go somewhere and they don't have like a seasoned fry, then I don't get them. But if they have like Jack in the Box has some of the best seasoned curly fries ever. But I also really love the spicy crispy chicken sandwich from Jack in the Box. Yeah, that was like my go-to sandwich, my go-to food choice when I was pregnant with Taylor. It was like, I could eat spicy and it didn't bother me. Anything else and I would throw everything up. But spicy foods, I would eat. I'm not even kidding you guys. You know the bags of hot Cheetos, the flaming hot Cheetos? Not the hot fries, just the flaming hot Cheetos, crunchy Cheetos. I would buy the large bag of those, and that would be what I would pretty much eat on all day long when I was pregnant with Taylor. Maybe 22. Yeah, congratulations. I know Taylor will be 22 in January. Crazy. It's so crazy. It's crazy to think that Sarah is going to be 20 next year. Like, I won't have a teenager anymore. Like, this is her last teen year. You're not ready. You'll be fine. It's no different than any other age, honestly. I always tell people, oh, I should not do that. I should not do that. Okay, I always tell people, age is just a number. Unless you're looking at, like, when you're babies and stuff, age means something. Once you become an adult, okay, let's just put it that way. Once you become an adult, once you are over the age of 18, then age is really just a number. And it's maturity level from that point. Yeah. Oh, my hair is just literally, I just pulled it through the thing and then just like looped it through so it's not hanging down on my neck. It's too freaking hot out for it to be hanging on my neck. You lost a family member. I'm sorry, Pallavi. Hey, welcome to chat. I'm sorry about that. That sucks. But I tell people, your maturity level from once you hit adulthood is what determines, you know, how people view you. A freshman, nice. And you're just gonna be a senior. Nice. So funny. Always used to joke around. Yeah, that's hard when you lose the good ones. But that's the hardest part right now with life and in general, with everything going on, and then losing family members and losing people is rough. Yeah. Yeah. You feel old, Sammy. You shouldn't feel old. You're young. You're young and vibrant and got lots of stuff you can still be doing. He used to get me, ooh, yeah. Oh my gosh, why is my nose itching so bad? And where's my water bottle? Oh, it's right here. Okay. My water bottle's got, I know that look, why does it look yellow in there? It's actually orange. Oh, Angel, I'm sorry. It's so tasty. She didn't fall, that's good. Oh, Guinea Garden. Oh, I just dented the bottle. Oh, Dairy Milk. I've heard of Dairy Milk, yeah. Actually, we actually can get that now here. Like, I'm trying to remember where I was, where I saw Dairy Milk at. I think it was at the Safeway. Okay, Sammy. But yeah, so, because you get a lot of people who can be adults, right? Could be 30 years old and talk like they're 12 and can be rude and obnoxious and have no manners. And then you can meet someone who's 14 years old who is kind and mature and has respect for others around them. Chocolate bars, ice cream. It would depend. I'm picky about chocolate. I like dark chocolate. The darker the chocolate, the better. And white chocolate, it's not even chocolate. I hate that they call it white chocolate. But white chocolate in circumstances. Like, I like the white chocolate in Reese's Thins. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, these little things, like literally, look how tiny these are. The Reese's Thins are really good with the white chocolate. And then the dark, so. Oh yeah, she does. That's what we have here. Pretty much it's all we drink is water, or like I do with like water with electrolytes added, which is, this looks yellow on camera. Why does that look so yellow? It's not, it's actually a peach orange color. That's weirding me out that it's yellow on camera, but peach, it's peach. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know why it looks yellow on camera. Though my shirt's the right color on camera, so why is that not the right color? What about the green on here? It's a funkier green on camera. What the heck? Like, this is a light blue. Why is it so... I'm gonna have to fix my camera settings. That's weird. That certain colors are coming across different. I wonder, like, see, like, that's fine. I mean, the orange is a weird color on there, but okay. Okay. Found my stylus the other day. Finally. It's the one that has the little laser light on the bottom. But I need to undo this and figure out batteries for it. The news broke when my cousin called. Yeah, probably. It's so weird. I hate when it does that. Like, I'm a photographer too, and I take photographs, and that's one reason why when you take photographs, you edit, because you can go in and do color correction. which I love being able to do because low oxygen levels. I'm sorry to hear that. But I'll go out and take pictures out in the desert. And the desert, to most people that just kind of view it like on camera or see it on a movie or whatever, they look at it as this brown, barren, dry place, when in fact it's not. When you live in the desert, you learn that. There's so many beautiful colors. Like, they're doing good, Pallavi. There's so many pretty colors. Like, I've posted pictures like on my Instagram. So you go check my Instagram, you can see some of the beauty that is up the desert. We get some beautiful, bright fuchsia pink colors, gorgeous yellows, amazing green, because green really stands out against the desert floor here. You get purples, and you get these like cream colors. Like, they're so beautiful. And I take so many pictures of the plant life and the just the trees and stuff like that, and the birds. It is beautiful. Like, the desert is beautiful. But when you first snap the photos, yeah, I'm sorry, Pallavi. I really am. That's hard. Yeah, that's young. Holy cow, that's so young. But yeah, I'll take pictures, and then you run them through. Hi, Chris. You run them through the computer off of the disk, and you're just like, that is so not the color that is. Like, it just comes out so muted. I know, I'm sorry, hon. You're back. Hi, Sammy, welcome back. So yeah, when you run it through the editor, you can go in and pull the colors back up. You can give them their vibrance back. Whereas when the camera first snaps the photo, it mutes the color, and it can be super annoying. Now you can get some really crazy colors on a camera if you're using different lenses, which I use quite a few different lenses. Asks for a hug. But yeah, you can use all kinds of different lenses and stuff like that. And timing of the day is huge. I've noticed that if you try to take pictures at like high noon, yeah, he's sleeping now. You missed all the fun kitty footage. He is sound asleep now. He ate his bottle, so he ate all his milk. That's like the last little remnants on the bottom. And he bit at my hands and stuff. He's super funny. Oh, nice. But yeah, so high noon is like the worst time to snap photos because the sun is so bright, and then when your camera flashes, and when with the shutter speed or whatever you set it on, is how like you'll get the most muting of color. Aw, Chris, you took a picture? Nice. Yeah, he is so sweet. And it's so funny too, because I've got people from different angles. So far, I've only had two people that were like, I don't know if it's a good idea for you to keep him. Whereas everybody else, my pops, who I'm living up here to watch the property and stuff, he agrees that I should keep him. All of the ladies over at St. all have said that I should keep him. The dogs are Tonks, Godric, and the other two. That's Denali and Winnie Bear. Winnie Bear is Sarah's. Denali is Tonks's sister. You know, well, not in biological sense, but Godric, please stop. Godric's whining right now. Like everybody else agrees like that I should go ahead and keep him here. And there's a lot of reasons behind that. One, I'm fostering through Saint, and right now they just took a bunch of kittens and stuff out of a hoarding situation. They've got 19 kittens right now that got a couple weeks before they can go. Godric needs a job. Yeah. No, he's just, okay, Danny's over on this side of the room. Godric's in Sarah's bedroom, right? And he keeps hearing Danny move around and squeak her toys. And I'm trying to divert my mind. This is shocking news about my family. Yeah, I hear ya. But he heard her playing with the toy, and here's the thing. He doesn't even play with the toy, but he hears the toy, and he doesn't want her to have the toy. So because he doesn't want her to have the toy, he's upset because he's over there. but he won't even touch that toy. Like, he won't even play with it. It will just lay there. But if Danny picks it up, which she's doing again, he will get upset that she's playing with it. That makes sense? Like, I don't know if you've ever watched other people's dogs or whatnot. If like two of the dogs get to playing, you'll have that one that'll come in like, what are you doing? Don't play together. That's Godric. If Danny and Tonks get to playing, like jumping around with each other, Godric will get right in the middle of it and will like get on Danny for playing with Tonks. He's kind of like the party breaker, like the buzzkill. But they're all doing good. Just trying to, well, she didn't actually pick it up. She rolled over in her bed and rolled on top of it. So she's actually resting. She's not asleep. She's just resting. You got really good news. Everybody needs some good news every now and again. But yeah, I haven't made a solid decision though about Rigby yet. It's a huge decision to make. Like, a lot of people have to understand. And I'm not going to make the decision based on anybody else's feelings for the situation. I have to look at it as a whole for myself. Am I ready to take on a cat full time again? The girls do not live inside the house. As much as I want to keep them inside the house, Bella's a mouser and she loves catching mice. I finally let her outside the other night after trying to keep her in for, oh yeah, the two of them. Yeah. And it's, if you want to spell her name on her short name, because her name is Denali, which is Denali. But we call her Danny for short, which is Dani, which I know makes no sense, but yeah, those are her spellings if you want to know. Her and Tonks get along great. So nice. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing is, because I get opinions from people that I care about and that I value their input, but I also know that those people aren't paying my bills. They're not the ones that are providing, so it's not their decision. It comes down to me and saying, can I handle that? Do I have the financial means? Am I able to say without a doubt that he will have the best care? And those all have to come into account, right? So, like I said, I let Bella out again the other night after making them stay in for a week and her just meowing all night like someone was killing her. I finally let her out and she brought me 3 mice this morning. So I had 3 mice at the door this morning, like a thank you for letting her go outside. She loves being out there. When we lived in the other house, we had the dog door, and so she was always gone. Like, very rarely did you find Bella in the house. Now, if I locked the dog door, I'd lock them inside, and she would not be happy with me. So her and Mocus both really enjoy outdoors. Diagnosed with complete awesomeness. But yeah, so you get a lot of people are like, well, you live up in the high desert up there. It's not safe for them to be outside. And I know that. But I also know that when you live up places like this, you have pets and stuff that have jobs. Bella has deemed her job to catch mice. Not only does she catch the mice, but she's living her best life, okay? This cat loves catching mice. Like, she thrives on it. The minute she's outside, she's immediately like in stalking mode. The fact that she catches as many as she does, and that's only the one she brings me. I don't know how many more she's tucking away somewhere for herself. But the fact that she brings them to me to show me what she's done says a lot about her personality as a cat. Mocus, not so much a mouser, but she loves catching bugs, which scares the crap out of me. But she loves to catch bugs. Long journey. Wow, yeah, that's a long time. Woohoo, Chris, good job, man. Good job. I don't like these electrolytes. These ones taste funny. They have like a funny bitter aftertaste. I probably won't put those ones in my water again. Ugh. And my water's gone kind of room temperature now instead of cold, so it tastes like crap. him so crashed out. But yeah, so good Lord, I've been on here 80 minutes. All right, so I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna put another heat pack on my eye. Either been in the hospital or rehab or home health. Yeah, I hear you there, Sam. So, you guys, I'm gonna get off here because I need to go downstairs and get a couple things pulled into the RV real quick before the sun hits that side of the mountain over there. And then I am going to pull the stuff out so I can make dinner, because dinner's in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'll probably wait 2 hours. But you guys are awesome. Thank you for coming and hanging out and checking out Rigby and his absolute cuteness that is, because oh my God, he is so flipping adorable. I have a sty and it's right in my tear duct, which is one, the most annoying thing in the world. Two, it's painful. It's way better today than it was 2 days ago. 2 days ago, it was like this, it was a huge knot. So all now that, like, you can see, like, this one's like this, you see this, all this swelling underneath, that's from the sty. Like, my eye should look like this, and it's all swollen. But it's like right here, the big knot is right here, and it is annoying. Right, Chris? You're like, wait, what? Yeah, no. But anywho, so I'm going to go put a hot pack on my eye again. And if you're wondering why a hot pack, because with the sty, it's got like stuff in it, whatnot, and you want to draw it to the surface. So you got to open up those capillaries and the blood flow to move everything. Ice is to kind of constrict stuff, which is why you use ice to put on anything that's swelling, because it constricts it and breaks it down. But yeah, so I haven't had a sty in, God, I think the last time was when I was in high school. They're painful. I forgot how painful they can be. They're painful and annoying, and like when you blink and stuff, it feels like you have something just rubbing in your eye. So it's, yeah, it's obnoxious. So just gonna put an ice pack on it. As you guys can see though, my face, like you can see all my blistered skin is coming back down. This side looks way better now. It's much smoother. Oh no, my son is in the hospital from a migraine. But as you guys can see, it's all starting to finally calm down. Today is the first day I got up and ate oatmeal and did not feel like I was gonna vomit. So I think my flare-up is finally starting to settle down. 2 weeks in a flare-up. I don't know if you guys notice, I can see it, that I dropped more weight again. I notice when it happens because my jawline changes the most dramatically. And then I checked the scale and I dropped 6 pounds again. I had put 6 pounds on with a lot of effort, and then it's gone again. So my doctor's not gonna be too happy about that. Yeah, I know, right? Right. But yeah, so I did notice, if you look back a couple of days ago, my face was a little fuller. And then I look at today and I'm like, wow, I can see it. Like I can see like my cheekbones and my jawline changes. My chin becomes more prominent, which is crazy because when you don't realize it when you're like in it until you take a quick snapshot. Well, thank you, Chris. I just know that I can see the drastic change when I have a flare-up, because the biggest culprit in my flare-up that bothers me the most is the fact that I cannot eat. I try, I want to eat. I feel like I don't know if any of you have ever been in a situation where you were so damn hungry, like you were in tears because you were so freaking hungry, and then you eat something because you're so hungry, and then your body's like, no, and it all comes back out. Or you try to eat and the nausea hits so hard that you just can't do it, even though you are so hungry. That's what happens when I have a flare-up. I get like, I can't eat, and it's so scary because I can feel the hunger. I'm so hungry, and then the thought of eating, or the minute I take a bite of food, I get this whirl of nausea. I feel like I've been on a roller coaster ride. Well, thank you, Sam. And it's horrible. If I could get through a flare-up without the vomiting, it'd be great. And that's the part I think that bothers me more than anything, is the flare-up and the burning skin. The burning skin, someone please take that, because it's not even the skin. It's like it's like below the surface. You can't do crap about it, no matter how many ointments you put on it or whatever. You just can't seem to touch it. It's just like you have this hissing sunburn under your skin and you can't do anything. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I just know that for me, when I have a flare-up, it sucks because I'm so hungry and I can't eat. Like, I ate last night, but I ate a little bit at a time, like a couple of bites, because the nausea was still there. It wasn't as bad last night as it's been, so I was like, okay. And so I ended up finally eating like what would be considered a portion of food, but it took me like an hour and a half to eat that. So, but I checked the scale and I am down 6 pounds again. So, yeah. So I was 116 and now I'm down to 110, and I need to get the weight back up. Oh, Prodder Will. Oh, you know what? I've heard of that before. I think I heard of that when I was watching the show, like my 600 Pound Life. There was somebody on there that they talked about having that. That's scary though. I can't imagine. Like, for me, I eat like such a bird to begin with. Like, everybody in my family, when I get irritated when we want to go out to eat, because they know that I'm going to be the one that's taking food home with me, because I'm such a bird when I eat, you guys. It's not even funny. I've thought about doing like the mukbang videos and sitting down and talking to you guys while eating, but I thought I'd never get through the meal because I nitpick. I eat everything, but it takes, like, if I go to a restaurant, right, with, like, we go out to like Casa Serrano's or something, when we get my plate of food, it'll take me like 2.5 hours to eat that plate of food, whereas everybody else is like eating their food, jibber jab and whatever, and be done in like 20 minutes, where I'm like, it takes me like 2 hours to eat a plate of food. I'm just extremely, like, I eat super slow, like super slow, aggravatingly slow. I know I'm aggravatingly slow. I think the only thing that I'll actually sit and eat, like, in one setting and eat it quickly, is a sandwich, because sandwich bread gets hard if you don't eat it quickly. I do have nausea medicine. When I have a flare-up, I call my doctor and she gives me medication to curb the nausea. So it doesn't work as well as you would think. I wish it worked better than it did, but it's better than the tipping sideways dizzy sensation. Like, I literally feel like I've had one too many shots when I go through a flare-up. I literally feel like I've consumed alcohol, and I have this whirling, nauseous feeling. Like, everything always seems a little bit kind of off kilt, like everything's a little bit off. So the more I move around, the worse the nausea gets, if that makes any sense. I don't know, some of you may not understand what I mean by that, but where everything just seems a little off. And so the more I move around, or the quicker I move around, or if I try to do too many things, I just get worse and worse with nausea. Like, it just builds and builds. And so I have to be super, super careful. It also forces me to take time off, like take downtime. And I'm like, as you guys know, I'm someone who's go, 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 go. I'm always going. So when I'm forced to be like, okay, you have to sit down. You're not doing anything today. You're going to sit down. I don't like that. So yeah, I don't like that. How does this dog never sleep? She still hasn't slept yet. She's been laying over there relaxing. She still hasn't slept yet. I'd be out cold if I ran like what I did to her before I started the live stream. But yeah. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna go downstairs and get the stuff I need to get so I can thaw out the stuff for dinner. You guys are amazing, and we'll see you guys in the next video.